Hello, hello. We have today a review of Catrice's Blush Affair Cream and Powder Palettes. I have all four. So I basically have the whole collection, you could say. These are the four that they offer. If you go on through their website, these blushes are $7. These retail for $7 each. That to me feels incredibly affordable. I personally would buy from like LA Colors or Catrice Cosmetics before I ever bought e.l.f. personally. e.l.f.'s just not really for me, so I like to buy, when I'm buying affordable makeup, I get Catrice. I really like Catrice. So I have all four, and I've been using all four palettes for about the last 2 weeks. Even these, I was able to get these on sale, and I believe I got them from Amazon. So I'll put my receipts down below as always. I got all four of these on sale. I think I might have gotten them at $4 each instead of the $7. But these are so pretty. I just really wanted something like this where it was a cream shadow on one side and powder on the other side. I will say, I thought these are going to be like really big palettes. They are not big palettes. They are quite small. Let me see what I can compare it to. Here is a lip treatment hydrating like lip product. Like, it's not very big. Here is another lip mask that you usually can find at like TJ Maxx. It's not that big. It's not thick. Like my palm, my hand, it literally fits in your palm. I thought these were going to be like double the size. Here's, okay, don't ask me why. Clearly I finished some toilet paper at some point. Here's a toilet paper roll. It's shorter than the toilet paper roll. I don't even think it's as wide. Okay, maybe it's about as wide as a toilet paper roll. Like, she's small. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to show y'all. These are a lot smaller. I was really surprised when I got these to see how small they were. But I really, really liked these blushes. I'm really happy with all these blushes. I think the one that I, if you could say, possibly liked the least was this shade, which is it this shade? I think it's this one. I think it's this one. It's called Pleasing Pink. I'm pretty sure it's this one. This, I think, was the darkest. This is the darkest of all the shades. And I really had to go really light-handed on this just so it wouldn't look crazy on me. But if you were more deep skin, deep toned, this is the shade that you're going to want to pick up, this Pleasing Pink shade. And I think this is like a really popular shade. If you look at the back has all the ingredients, I believe. Yeah, this just had a little strip of tape right here to have it closed. That's it. This doesn't have a box. This wasn't covered in plastic. It just had a little piece of tape that I took off, and now you can access the shade. And here is this shade. To me, this is, I think, the darkest shade in here. And I'm going to swatch both the cream and the powder. The powder has like just a slight shimmer, which is, when I think about a shimmer blush, this is also always what I think about. Oh Lord, I need to swatch this on my other hand. I have staining on this hand. Let's rewind. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, let's swatch over here. That is the powder. And then here we have the cream. And this color, I feel like, has been really popping off for the past year. That kind of dragon fruit shade. Who was it that made it really popular? Was it One Size Beauty who made the shade really popular? If you're looking for that like neon pink dragon fruit kind of shade, this is that shade on a budget. Again, Pleasing Pink. This is the shade you want to pick up. I was thinking about decluttering this, but I think I can use it. I think I can play with it. So I'm going to keep this instead of trying to buy or find this kind of dragon fruit kind of shade. But here is Pleasing Pink. We have Pleasing Pink here. And the next one, this I think I would recommend to my tan girls. I think this shade is so pretty, and from here on out, I think all three of these shades, I would call myself a light medium girl. As a light medium girl, I absolutely think that these last three shades all worked on me. But if you were specifically questioning whether something was working for your skin tone, I think this one specifically would look really pretty on my tan girls. So let's swatch this one, and this one is called Stunning Strawberry. And it's a not as, I guess, neon fuchsia kind of shade, a little bit more pink. There we go. Here we go again. So we got That's the powder. And here is the cream. As you can see there, this one definitely has a little bit more purple. This is a little bit more purple, this one's a lot more pink. But you can see how incredibly pigmented they are. You are not going to be missing any pigment with these shades. Next we have Absolute Apricot. This shade I think worked really well for me. This is more of that light medium skin tone. You gotta try an orange, okay? You gotta try at some point an orange. I think for $7, if you've never bought an orange blush before, this would be a nice affordable way to start to see if you like orange blush on you. I think orange blush is really fun and very underused. Let's see what the website says. It says each shade features a matte, velvety powder blush paired with a rich, creamy blush, whether you want a natural flush or a bold pop of color that lasts. These are, it says versatile, highly pigmented, easy to blend, long-lasting, cruelty-free, vegan. Is there anything else interesting on this website? Currently on their website, they have some pretty good reviews. It says, I absolutely love this product. The finish is perfect, rich and easy to blend. A beautiful buildable blush with diffusing effect. The blush combo is beautiful. And of course there's reviews on their own website, so who knows what we can trust, but these are really pretty. It says cruelty-free, vegan, no parabens added, no microplastic particles added, which I don't know why you would add that. I don't know if you can really control that, so interesting. But let's swatch these now. My fingers are getting dyed. Do you see how pigmented these are? Let me make sure that there's no... Okay, I'm gonna start over here because I don't want to mess up the color. This is definitely very, very apricot. So here we have the cream, and then here is the matte, and hopefully this little this matte powder, this powder is gonna be too crazy. So that looks a little light, but honestly, like blend it out. It's so pretty. My pinky's always so hard to go and get that swatch. I love these like neon kind of shades. I think they're so pretty. And I'm gonna try and go in again, because using my last two smaller fingers is a little hard. But I'm gonna try and swatch it again because I don't feel like I got enough formula on them. So we're gonna go again over here. And then with the pink, this pinky, that looks a lot better. And I think you can definitely break it down to these last two being more subtle and these first two being a lot more bold. Last one, this one is called Peach Passion, but it doesn't really feel peach to me. I don't know if you can tell, this seems like a very classic kind of rose color. I don't know if it really reads orange. Do you think it reads orange to you? Maybe like a lightly orange rose, maybe a lightly salmon rose, but definitely reads incredibly rose to me. It's called Peach Passion, and when you look on the website, it looks a lot, when you click on it, it looks a lot more orange on the website than it does in real life. Like, this doesn't seem like the same photo to me. I'm sorry, but let's swatch it. And maybe when we see them all together, we can say whether or not it's actually a little bit more orange leaning. Maybe it is a little bit more orange leaning. To me, this is really, really beautiful. This is a very subtle rose shade on my skin tone. So maybe on someone who is more light-skinned, maybe it shows up a little bit more orange. But for me, this is a really pretty rose color. So maybe that's what my argument is. And this one, I think, is, I would argue, probably the best shade for my lighter, fairer gals. Either you get this shade with a more pink tone, or you get this orange, this Absolute Apricot for more absolute orange skin blush. But to me, this feels very rose. Like, that's rose. Come on. That is a rose. Yes or no? Does that feel... It's called Peach Passion. That doesn't look peach to me. This for sure looks orange. This looks rose. I'm saying it's rose. Okay, that is the lightest shade you're going to get. So, like I said before, again, these two, this Peach Passion, Absolute Apricot, you're going to get your subtle shades with this. If you're lighter skin to light to medium, these are going to be your safe ones. Okay, these are going to be your safe shades. If you're more tan to deep, Stunning Strawberry and Pleasing Pink are going to be your safe ones. these are the ones that I think you should get. Now, if you're like me and you're a little bit more bold, but also like to have, you know, your more kind of subtle days, then you're gonna go with these shades over here. So I think they were trying to do like orange shades and pink shades, but like I said, I know, I'm gonna keep arguing. I think that top one is a rose shade. It does not look very orange to me. I mean, in comparison to those other pinks, like, yeah, okay, fine. Maybe it's not as bright. But to me, that is very much giving just like a usual kind of more muted kind of rose. I absolutely recommend these. I really enjoy Catrice products. I hope you like my swatches. I think maybe I'll show them again just one more time really quickly. Maybe up a little bit more up close. You can see that difference there. And can you imagine these blended out? They blend out really nicely as well. I definitely will say that. If you want to build them up, girl, can you build them up? But other than that, y'all have a great day.